Are you aiming to retire early, before 65, before you're eligible for Medicare? Well, if so, how can you do that and pay as little as possible for health insurance? Got a real life client scenario, one that you may want to use as an example. That more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, really, this is a dream scenario. Who wouldn't want this? I want to retire early, before age 65. And yeah, I would love to get my health insurance for next to nothing, or for a very cheap amount, right? Don't we? We would all want that. And for many clients that we serve, that is part of their plan. That's what they're aiming for. And while it's not possible for everyone, you've got to do that full 5-factor retirement analysis and then do very proactive tax planning where you're taking a look years in advance at what retirement's going to look like and what your taxes then will look like, and doing some sort of creative planning work to get there. It's possible. It is possible to retire maybe at 60, 62, before age 65, so before Medicare, and get health insurance that is adequate, that's appropriate, that's good for your overall situation at a very, very reasonable, if not cheap, price. Now, again, doesn't fit for everyone, but was just meeting with some clients where we've been working this plan for the past several years, and I just thought, oh my goodness, I need to share this example, this situation with you, and if it's a situation that you're aspiring to, encourage you to work with your CFP and get on this track as well. So here's a scenario. I'm going to change some of the details to make sure everything's confidential, of course. So got a married couple. They've both been working. They've had long careers. There's about a 5-year age gap between the two of them, and he was ready to retire due to some health reasons and some other things around age 66. Okay, so he was ready to retire and able to transition directly from his workplace workplace health insurance onto Medicare because he was age 65 by the time he retired. And so he did so. And while we've been planning on him retiring at age 66, the plan was also that she would work a couple more years because she had a good job. It was high stress, but she made a decent amount of money. And that would also be part of bridging the gap between, his retirement and her being eligible to get on Medicare because, again, of the age gap. So the thought was she'd probably continue to work until 64, maybe even 65, even though he was retired. Well, guess what? Huge shocker, but when he transitioned into retirement, she immediately was thinking, gosh, that's kind of nice, and I would love to enjoy these golden years together. And, all of a sudden, some of the stressors at work became even more of a heavier burden. And it, just didn't help that we were going through COVID at that time as well. And so the reasons started piling up where she said, I think I want to augment that original retirement goal. And instead of, working a little bit later, I'd like to retire immediately. I'd like to retire now and basically align her retirement within about 6 to 9 months from when he originally retired. And so of course, the very first step was, can this work? We updated their 5-factor retirement plan, moved her retirement age up, and took a look to see, well, did this have a high enough confidence rate that it would work? And it did. Thankfully, it did. Now, we had to get really granular on how much they'd be spending because we needed to craft the right income plan because she'd be retiring early and technically she wasn't quite eligible for Social Security, and we needed to decide, well, are you going to draw Social Security right at 62 or are you going to delay it? So we needed to craft an income plan, but that income plan was connected to their tax plan, and that tax plan influenced what their options were for her for health insurance before turning age 65. A couple other details you might want to know, again, as I then share sort of the result, is they've got about $1 million saved up, and he decided to delay his Social Security as well until 68 to 70, something like that. So he's on Social Security now, but back when they made this decision, he was delaying his Social Security. And so they've got a nice nest egg, but not an enormous one. And the biggest point, though, is they do a great job budgeting. They do a great job managing their lifestyle, managing their expenses. And for some of you that think, you can get rich quick overnight or save up $1 million without even thinking about it or without needing to worry about cash flow. For most people, no, that's not the reality. The reason they've got $1 million saved up is because they manage their budget well. The reason she was able to retire then earlier even than planned, is because they budget well and they've got such a good handle on their expenses. So they spend about $4,000 a month, plus or minus, and of course inflation has put some pressure on that. All right, so here's the plan. Here's how it all worked out. Yes, we did that 5-factor retirement analysis, and the stress test revealed, nope, you've got a high degree of confidence, you can go ahead and retire earlier than originally planned. That was predicated on crafting an income strategy that, well, once you guys are both drawing Social Security out there in the future, will that be enough, plus a sustainable withdrawal from your investments, to cover your $4,000 a month of expenses? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so during this heightened inflationary time and getting health insurance and all of that, can we get you the $4,000 a month from your investments where your gross income, your overall income, is below around $65,000? And if we're able to do that, here's the key point. Is that a lifestyle that you would want in retirement? Is it worth retiring and leaving that high stress and high paying job? But second, doing so means your adjusted gross income is below a certain level such that for her, she could get on healthcare.gov, get health insurance through the marketplace, but get a substantial amount of what's called premium tax credits. Basically, a reduced amount that you need to pay for getting your health insurance. And so, guys, this is a couple years ago. We've been working this plan for about 3 years now, and it was a couple years ago. So, guys, yes, I mean, do you have a good enough handle that when you transition into retirement and there's 6 Saturdays and a Sunday and you're going to want to travel and you're going to want to do all these things, yes, your spending is $4,000 a month, but when you add in these other things and covering taxes on top of that, can you keep all of that under $65,000? And if so, I think we can thread the needle here, and such that you can retire early, you can get health insurance at a very cheap level. And they said, yeah, I think we can. And sure enough, that's the plan that we've been able to work. Despite even inflation and all those challenges as well, they've been able to enjoy retirement for these recent few years and get this, live the lifestyle that they want, but get great health insurance for her. She's using a high deductible health plan through healthcare.gov, and she's paying under $300 a month for that health insurance. He also is paying around $350 a month for his Medicare Part B, Part D, and supplement. So to get each of them health insurance around $300 a month, even though they have got about $1 million saved up, and that all fits within the budget to keep everything in sync. I don't know if that sounds cheap or affordable to you, but when you compare that to Cobra, which in their situation was about $900 a month, under $300 a month for health insurance in retirement, yes, guys, I would call that extremely affordable. And you might say, well, it's a high deductible health plan, so there's going to be a deductible. Yeah, I get that, but strong coverage, where the doctors that she sees, they're in network, and less than $300, a third of the cost of Cobra. Guys, I would definitely call that retiring early, yes, with very affordable health insurance. So here's the planning point. Your financial life has never been more connected than it is right now. You've got to consider your cash flow, your spending levels, as well as your tax picture, as well as your investments, as well as your retirement, as well as your health insurance, your protection plan. All of that needs to be considered for you to make a great overall financial decision. When to retire, how much to spend, what to do with health insurance. It's all connected, and it's more connected today than it's been in the past. So the big idea, you've got to be working with a certified financial planner. Do you want to retire early and have affordable health insurance, truly affordable health insurance, not just sort of part of a political spin, but actually a manageable cost for your health insurance? It's possible. It's possible with great comprehensive financial planning, proactive tax planning, and proactive retirement planning. You can do that as well. Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K. wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.